Okay, in the interview for the HARDLINE music magazine and the Rock Bottom YouTube channel and Rock Bottom radio show, Thomas Vikström, the singer of the band Therion, also responsible for many other projects and some other bands. Hi, Thomas. Nice to have you in
Hi,
this interview.
thanks for having me. Thank you.
Great, yes. And this interview will be mainly about the third part of your Leviathan opus, will be released in mid-December.
True.
So it's a trilogy. So did you compose all the three parts of this trilogy before you started recording the first part, or did it happen from album to album?
This was a little special because we had discussed of making a new album. And when that discussion started, the COVID came.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, exactly. And here where I am in Spain, it was a total lockdown. You could go to the store and make groceries, and you could go to the pharmacy. That's it. And only once a day.
Hmm.
You couldn't go out just for the sake of go out. So there was not much to do more than writing songs and watch Netflix and eat bad things from Burger King.
Yeah.
I mean, the takeaway food must have been booming, totally. But anyway, so we spoke in the phone, me and Christopher, and let's write a new album together, in the distance because we're in two different countries. But that's possible with today's technique. You send files forward and back,
Mm.
and we use the same music program. Anyway, so yeah, we started to work more or less 9 to 5 with new material. And I remember I was asking Christopher, do you have any ideas in what direction we should go? Or, yeah, I do, he said. And I remember I was asking him, well, and how? Yeah, it's got to be good, he said. Oh, that's a pretty wide spectrum. Yeah, he said, write whatever you feel like, and we'll see where we end up,
Mm.
So we ended up writing, and all of a sudden, before we knew it, we had a mountain of songs in totally different styles. Some songs are on the verge of being pop rock, and some songs are like power metal or speed metal or
Mm.
whatever, and doom. So we said it's a very diverse material. Yeah. So Christopher came up with it. Let's make 3 albums instead of one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why not? Let's make a trilogy and make each album a little bit different from the other.
Okay,
We
that's
made
good.
the first one. Yeah. So we made the first one, and we made that one like a little, yeah, in Therion terms, a little bit more commercial and hit orientated. And the second one, we made a little darker,
Hmm.
not dark in the sense of Slayer or Venom or but dark in the atmosphere, And this third one now comes out. It's a kind of a blend of everything. It's a little experimental. It's in some parts it's even a bit progressive,
Hmm.
and this is where we said let's go bananas. There's even a song, that I it was a flamenco program on television here in Spain. They are crazy about that. And it
Hmm.
was in the background. I was like, wonder if I could make a song with an influence of that. So I wrote a song called Duende that ended up on this album.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So so that's how the borders are. There are almost none. I mean, and that's the fun thing to work with Therion. You can be totally free.
So thanks to the pandemic in some way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah, that was the good thing that came. The bad thing, or or bad, it's not only bad, but is that we couldn't record the album together. We had to be
mhm.
in different studios, and I think we recorded the album in 8 different countries.
Oi,
Yeah,
you can't hear it. It's one cohesive sound. So,
exactly. So that's why, yeah, because the album sounds sound-wise very much alike because they are recorded the same way and with the same sound engineer and blah blah blah.
mhm, mhm,
So the sound is together. Uh, all three sounds very similar, but the styles are not so similar, in my opinion.
mhm, mhm, mhm. And yeah, Per Albinson was a lyricist for this album, or
Yes,
how did it happen? And
that's true. That's
you
true.
have written the music with Christopher, and Per Albinson was a lyricist.
Yeah.
Did he had some, yeah, directions for the lyrics, or did he write the lyrics on his own?
Yeah, so some of them we have like ideas to him that should be about this and that. And some of the stuff he came up with all by himself, and he's phenomenal because he's so fast. You know, because when we make these songs, these demos, me and Christopher, I make the vocals, but I only sing uh, meaningless words here and there. It can be about a strawberry, whatever, just to have the right syllables and ideas and the melody down. And so then we send it to Per, and he if we send it in the morning, we have a text in the evening. That's how fast he is, and I don't know where he gets everything from, but it's phenomenal.
That's very fast, yeah.
Yeah, it's very extremely talented with words. And he can write every style you ask him. He writes
Hmm, hmm,
on the side of theory. He writes pop. He writes singer songwriting. Everything.
hmm, hmm. And yeah, is there a central theme in this Leviathan trilogy or trilogy? I'm not quite sure how is it pronounced. Is
Me
it
neither.
is
Till yesterday, his trilogy.
trilogy?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And is there a central theme in this, yeah, Leviathan trilogy?
No, I mean no, no. There are no. It's no. It's no red thread. It's no. It's no
Okay.
story. It's separate songs. It's
Hmm.
just the name Leviathan who connects it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm, hmm.
It's not a storyline or anything like that.
Okay, okay. And you are the main male singer, but you have to share the vocals with Laurie Lewis
Yeah.
and the choir. So is this unique vocal setting harder for you to sing as being the only singer in a normal metal band? How would
This
you
is
see
not
it?
a normal metal band. Yeah. No, no, I think it's great to be able to work with different and very talented singers, both male and female. For me, it's a great opportunity. And also on this album, we invited some old members as well. My old friend Mats Levin is singing on one song,
Yeah,
and and yeah, we have some other guests that you'll see when it
okay.
comes out.
Mats Levin sings on Twilight of the Gods.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, I saw it on the internet. There was
Yeah,
some indications of this. Okay, and could you describe the arranging, yeah, and recording process for these various complex vocal parts? Isn't it a very hard task? So many vocals, so
it
many
is.
voices. How
It
did
is, and
you?
it's especially when you compose it like we have done it, and we record it in different
Mhm,
countries, as I say. You need to keep track on what you have been writing, because I get a song and I'm starting, it should be a choir here, it should be some more here, and it grows. So I when I because I bring in other singers, I don't only do the choirs myself. I bring in other singers here in Spain as well to come up and fat it up. So I need to know when they come in what they should sing, and you know, I'm not especially organized person, so I have to really sit down here and organize everything so I know what they should do
Hmm.
to make them comfortable and to make myself comfortable.
Hmm.
But yeah, it has been a lot. It's a lot of vocal arrangements. I think this is some of these songs on this album. I don't know how many tracks it is, but it's an enormous stack of tracks recorded, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
But everyone did a stellar job, and I'm very pleased with it.
Okay, and on the first song, Ninky Girl, you can hear some growls. The other songs have got clean vocals. So how important are growls for the music of Therion today?
Well, I think it's some fans are really into that. You know, I can't growl. I've tried. It sounds horrible. I can't. I took actually. I have a friend who has classes in growl, and I will try to take a class, and I was probably the worst in the class. You know, I'm bad with that. So it's better to let other people that knows the
Yeah.
shit go do it. You know. So yeah, it's important to have a certain element of that. I think
Mm,
it's not necessary to have it on every album, but it's if it serves a purpose, which is did here, I think it's very cool. You know.
mhm. Of course it is. And the song Male Fishium has a very good blend between your vocals and Laurie's vocals. It sounds
Yeah.
like an Italian opera. So what stands behind this duet? This is very interesting.
No, this is Chris' song from I cannot take any credits from this song. This is only his song, and he
Uh,
wrote it for me. Sky high as always. And I come into the studio 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to sing that. We wait with this song until later, you know, because this is when this song is one of the most progressive ones on the album, and.
Mhm.
And in the beginning, when you listen to it, it doesn't make really sense. But when you have recorded it, you say, "Ah, yeah, this is cool," you know. So from being a song that I was not so fond of in the beginning, it's one of my favorites now.
Yeah, it's great
Yeah,
song. Yeah, yeah,
thank you.
it's great song. And yeah, Twilight of the Gods. You mentioned it's a breathtaking
Yeah,
song that reminds me a little bit to your former band Candlemass. So
yeah,
am
it's
I
very
right?
gloomy and loopy. Yeah,
Yeah,
me and
yeah.
Mats follow each other there as well. You know, we have since the early '80s. I mean, the late '80s. We have follows in the same bands. You know, and we did some choir work together for other bands. You know, and we have
Mm,
been following each other like two twins. I don't know why, but we did.
hmm. And what was the idea to bring Mats Levin back? Was it just because he's got a yeah, other voice or better voice for this song, or why didn't you
Yeah, and
think?
also no, because also you have to. I mean, the fans love him, and
Yeah.
Righteous So is a great singer, you know. So and he was very fitted for this song. You know, it is rah, 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 that typical Matt Levin rasp, you know. And so why not, you know? And I think to bring in singers like this in some songs, it puts another color to an album that if it's than if it's only me or only Laurie or
Okay,
only
okay.
Rosa singing.
But you
So it's
aren't
fun.
but you aren't angry. Oh, why didn't I sing
No,
on
no,
this
no.
song? No, 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 no.
No,
Okay,
maybe when I was 80, but I'm 55 now. So
okay, yeah.
I'm much cooler with that now. Not at all. Not for a second.
Okay. And yeah, were the orchestral parts recorded with a real orchestra or are they taken from a sound library?
This town, this
Sound.
time, we couldn't do it with a real orchestra because of the pandemic.
Okay, okay. Mm,
So we had to use the best of software to do it, but it's still written by us. Sorry, now
mhm.
it's
Of course,
calling
no,
here.
no problem, no problem.
So it's off.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so, but it's still written by us and played by us, you know. So, but of course, the ultimate thing is to do it with real orchestra. But in the
Hmm.
pandemic, it was impossible.
Okay. Okay, yes. And it's a complex album, but most songs are accessible as well. It's a heavy album, but it has got soft parts as well.
Yeah.
Is it hard to find the right balance between, yeah, complexity and accessibility and heaviness and the softer parts? Is it a hard, yeah, fight?
I don't know. This is where we are now in our musical minds, and for me, if it's only hard, this is a personal opinion. For me, if it's hard all the time, it stops getting interesting after a while. It's like
Mm,
a horror movie. If it's splatter all the time, it doesn't get scary. You
hmm.
need this ups and downs, I think, to make it interesting.
Okay,
If you
okay. It's
That's how I see it. So if it comes a beautiful part, almost a little bit Disneyfied, and then after takes over a big dark part, then they make cool contrasts to each other.
really, it's my impression as well. It's a very
Yeah.
good,
There,
yeah, blend
there's
and switch
My
between the
daughter say there's nothing as scary as an angry clown. It's the same thing, little. Yeah.
angry crown. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, angry clown, yeah, or it's
Yeah,
very evil. A guy that is
okay.
supposed to be very happy and up when he's turned dark in the eyes, that's scary.
Hmm. And will this Leviathan trilogy be brought on stage in its entirety? Will there be a tour with this, yeah, three parts?
Well, not when we're playing everything, not every song, but we are going on tour. We will be on tour probably the whole next year.
Hmm.
Start in Mexico to do a one-off show there with a symphony orchestra,
Hmm.
a real one, uh, and it's gonna be huge. It's one of the biggest arenas they have in Mexico for
Oh,
indoor concerts. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be a challenge, but it's gonna be fun.
so Therion is well known in Mexico as well.
Mexico, I would say, is our biggest fan base.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Why? I don't know. Maybe they think we are exotic. But somehow we did a tour there last year or last year. It was it this spring, I think. Yeah. Uh, and I think we did 16 or 18 gigs in only Mexico.
Oh, oh, yeah. And other countries in South America,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Argentina, Brazil, or
Argentina as well, Chile. We went to Bolivia. We went to El Salvador. We went to Colombia, and yeah. So over there, it's very good for us.
well, it's interesting. The dark Swedish guys and
Yeah,
ladies and the, yeah, Southern American fans. It's a very
I,
interesting contrast as well.
yeah. I guess opposites attracts. I guess. But I mean, but we are not especially known or popular in Sweden, in my home country.
No?
No, I mean we play there, and we have fans there, but it's not the same thing.
Ah,
Absolutely
yeah.
not the same. We have a
Okay.
saying that in Sweden, you never be king in your homeland.
Yeah. Okay. That's the old problem. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, but I'm fine with being popular in Mexico.
But there are many great bands from Sweden. Such a creativity. Therion, Evergrey, Hammerfall, and many, many, many more. Even the
Yeah,
progressive rock sector,
yeah, it
many
is.
great
It's
bands.
a big source of metal bands,
Yeah, yeah.
and I
And
think we have ABBA to thank for that partly because
and
they opened the doors for the Swedish music industry to go outside.
mhm.
If they can do it, why? I think people were a little bit shy in the beginning, but we shouldn't. Well, who are we? But then ABBA did it, and then Europe did it, and then Roxette did it, and it went on and
Yeah,
on,
really, really.
and it worked. Then we have Max Martin, who writes a lot of Lady Gaga songs and Backstreet Boys. He started off as a metal guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a band called It's Alive that was very good, but he went for the darker path.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, great. And why do you live in Spain? Is it too cold and too dark in Sweden at this time, or
Yeah,
what was your decision?
yeah. First of all, I have my girlfriend over here,
Oh,
and I have a
yeah.
lot of work over here with other musical projects,
Hmm.
and the climate doesn't suck.
True,
But
yeah.
Sweden is only it's only 3 hours, 3.5 hours away, so I
Yeah,
can go
of
whenever I
course.
want. And I'm a grandfather now, so
Oh,
I
yeah,
go
you're a
a lot to visit
grandfather.
my yeah I
Okay.
am.
But
But
in,
yeah, to visit my grandkids, I miss them all the time.
hmm hmm because your daughter, she was part of Therion as well. So why did she leave the band, or what was the reasons?
No, the reason was that she wanted to do something else.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, not more strange than that. And if you are in Therion and you feel like you want to do something else, you are free to go. Nobody
No, of
will
course, of
be
course. Mm.
angry, or it's open doors. You
Of
stay as long
course.
you stay in the party as long as it's fun.
Yeah, of
And
course. Yeah.
now I see you have a Scorpions shirt. She has been on tour with Scorpions now with Thunder Mother that she sings in.
She's in Thunder Mother.
She's the new singer in Thunder Mother. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that because they switched a little bit.
yeah.
So, okay, interesting, interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. And yeah, yes, most of your albums were released on Nuclear Blast, and
Mhm.
this new album will be released on Napalm Records. So, what was the reason for this change of record company?
Well, that was not. I was not a part of that. I'm not doing those business decisions. That's Christopher's table. But I think it was like, can you say a happy divorce? It was time to move on.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
understand. Ah, yeah, okay.
after so many years, you get sometimes. I think you get too much family, too familiar with something.
I understand. Yeah.
And I think that he wanted to try something else, as simple
Mhm.
as that. And so far, the people in Napalm treats us great, you know, and it's like a give and take. If they treat us great, we want to treat them as great as we can. You know,
Mhm. Okay.
so far so good. It
Okay.
was a
And
happy divorce.
happy divorce. No mad,
Yeah,
mixed emotions or bad feelings. A happy divorce. Okay.
yeah. It was not so much bad feelings. I mean, we are still friends. It's
Okay.
it's not like no.
Okay. Okay. And I guess Christopher had some severe health issues with his neck 7 years ago. So how does he
Yeah,
feel today? Is everything fine again, or is he still a little
everything.
bit?
No, I mean it's not really a sporting type, but but now it was really bad. We did the 70,000 tons of metal,
Mm,
this cruise, heavy metal cruise, and when we did that, I thought that was the end of Therion because it was really bad, really
okay.
bad. But he went to Russia. It was obviously before the conflict, and had a surgery, and he's totally fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally back in business. I mean, he's not supposed to headbang anymore,
Okay. Okay.
but he doesn't bang so hard anyway, so it's okay.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. And yeah, you have mentioned before you are in Spain, pursuing other musical projects.
yeah.
What are your other musical projects, and are you still active as an opera singer?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not doing opera right now, but I'm here in Spain. I'm doing a Queen tribute show, a big
Ah,
thing, in theaters around the country. You know, and
hmm
it's a big production.
Hmm.
That's what I'm doing here, and I've been doing that for a long time, on and off. And it's also with different singers. Sometimes we are five, and sometimes four singers, two guys, two men, and with a full orchestra, and big lights and everything. So that's mainly what I do, and I do also I'm sitting in my studio now, and it's not laundry. It's isolation that I will put soon. Um, so I do a lot of work here for other artists. I do their backing vocals, arrangements, and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and to different kind of styles.
Okay, and your father
I have a,
was yeah, your father was an opera singer as well. So does he like the things you have recorded? Is he still alive and does he like
no,
your music?
he passed 2002,
Oh,
but yeah, but I mean, I grew up hearing his stuff, and I slept in his dressing room while he was on stage in the Royal Opera. So I grew up with this it has been music
yeah.
as long as I can remember, and I remember I wanted to go against the opera stuff, when I was a young teenager. So I started to listen to Kiss. I was
Yeah,
younger than it. Yeah. Hey, what do you think about this? And I
yeah.
was hoping that they were gonna be terrified, But they look very cool, you know. Oh, you destroyed it,
It was the same situation. I was a Kiss fan as well, and I hoped to shock my parents with
Yeah,
the posters, but they made jokes about it.
yeah, exactly. No, but I remember they were very open. I mean, you have this picture of an opera singer being very strict, but they're really not, They party harder than we do sometimes, And no, so he was a big fan of Freddie Mercury, my father. He
Mm,
thought he was great, and he also liked Michael Bolton very much, So he
mhm.
was not turning his back to pop or rock or anything like that. He was
Okay.
very open-minded, And I remember my mother, when Kiss should play in Stockholm, um, in the Olympic Stadium. Can I go with you? She said. She was like 80 or something. Yeah, you can, but do you really want that? It's many hours standing, and blah blah blah. Yeah, but he has such a cute ass, that Paul Stanley. Mom, don't say those things to me. I don't want to hear
Yeah, I
that.
understand. That's
But
lit
in
strange. Okay.
hindsight, that was pretty cool. She was rocking, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And do you have further information, yeah, for your fans about, yeah, the next Therion album, Leviathan 3, or further information what you want to impart?
I mean, we are very proud to have accomplished these 3 records, and we can only hope that you will like it as much as we do,
Mhm.
and that you will come and meet us and see us on tour.
Okay. Do you know when you will play in Germany? Do you have a schedule right now, or is it still
I'm
open?
actually waiting for it to have it in my mail, but I haven't seen it yet. But we will come.
Okay.
I would be very, very surprised if Germany isn't in there.
I saw Therion in 2001. It was in Hamburg at the Markthalle, and it was such a great concert. Evergrey
Thank
was
you.
supporting act and a different band, and such a great. It was amazing. 2 hours. I didn't see such great concept before. Two choirs,
Fantastic.
male choir and a female choir. It was
Yeah.
outstanding.
Great, great.
Yeah, and
But then it's
Christopher.
time you come and see us again.
Okay, of course. And Christopher,
Yeah.
why doesn't he sing anymore? Is there a reason? Because he
Yeah.
needs to play guitar.
I have been on him. You should sing a little, Christopher. You should really sing. The fans would love that. I don't
Yeah.
want. That's the straight answer. I don't want.
Okay.
He's like
So,
this guy in Little Britain, the TV show. No, I don't want.
Okay,
and
okay.
it's not discussable, you know.
So okay. Yeah,
But
but
it's a pity. I agree. I will be on him again.
he's got great singers like you on tour, so maybe it's a better way he can concentrate on guitar playing and
That's what he feels too. But you know, he has a
performing.
different style, and if he sings, you know, we could do some of the old stuff. But he refused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, these were my questions. Thomas, thank you very much for this nice interview. And
Thank you
yeah,
for
all
having
the
me.
best to Spain. Keep on rocking and stay tuned. And yeah, all the
Too.
best.
Horns
Thank you
up.
very much.